Are you a YouTuber or an aspiring YouTuber who is just trying to figure out what are the right things to do to help you grow your channel? Well, then this week's video is for you. But before I dive into this, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that little notification bell so that you never miss a tutorial or upload. Okay, so last week you may have seen I did a video to our wonderful SEO experts, the people who love to just come knocking into our DMs, into our emails, and just try to sell us their services. They have all the answers, according to them, on how to grow your channel faster. Well, I have good news for you and I have bad news for you. So we'll start with the good news, but make sure you stick to the end because that bad news is something that you're going to want to make sure that you know. So the good news is that that tool that they're using to create those screenshots that have all those red arrows and boxes, that's called vidIQ. And you can get it too. I'll make sure to drop a link to it in the description so you can go grab it yourself. The free version actually will give you quite a bit of information, but you may decide, like me, especially as you're getting started, that you want to kind of boost that up a little bit, upgrade to one of their paid plans so that you can get a little bit more personalized attention from them. But one of the things that I've noticed, especially when I was doing last week's video, is that every video I get an email or a DM about always shows my SEO score super low. But I always got confused by that because when I am planning my YouTube video, I'm always looking at that SEO optimized score. And I pretty much never post something until I get that score at minimum to 70, if not higher. So I never understood why, when you look at it later, that number looks so low. Because yes, they're showing me that, but also when I go in and look at my own published video, I'm seeing that lower score as well. So I want to show you what I mean real quick. Okay, so let's look at this for a second. So this is me uploading the exact same video that was in that screenshot. So you can see even with an old title idea that I had, which was okay, my optimized score coming from vidIQ is 60%, 60 out of 100. If I go in and use the exact same details that I was using in the video that this person is referring to, the same exact title, description, playlist, tag, it's got the same everything. I'm going to hit reuse so that we can see my optimized score here coming from vidIQ before I post this is 88 out of 100. 88. Okay. So it's all the same stuff. I don't even have my actual thumbnail here yet. Okay. So just keep this in mind that something is changing when the video gets posted. Because one thing that you will see when I go over to the video he's talking about, this is where he took his screenshot from, right? You can see how many views, how many days ago. And look, all of a sudden the vidIQ score is only 47 out of 100. So I guess what I'm saying is don't necessarily buy into their hype. There is more going on behind the scenes. And just because they're showing you this super low SEO score does not mean that they're going to be able to do anything to improve that. Okay, so after I did that little experiment, I thought, you know what? I'm going to just go to the source. I'm going to ask vidIQ, like, what's the deal? Why is the number high at this point and lower at another point? And here's what I learned. When you are in YouTube Studio and you're using vidIQ as you're setting up your title, your description, all that good stuff, that SEO optimized score is what they call your actionable SEO. What that means is that's the part of it that you have some actual control over. Once your video is published, that SEO score is now based on 50% of that actionable, which we were looking at when we were setting things up. And then 50%, it's based on performance. So that's why if you have a video that is getting low views and things like that, it is going to severely decrease that SEO score. So you only have so much control over this. This is why I was saying before, don't put too much stock in the hype and the kind of fear-mongering that's coming from those SEO experts, because they can't do anything to impact the performance side either. Now, granted, they may give you better keywords than you're using, things like that. But vidIQ can help you find more dialed in keywords as well. So personally, I would start there. So because you can't directly control that performance, I asked vidIQ, and I have it written on my screen here so that I make sure that I tell you exactly what they told me. These are the elements that you can control, that you can focus on during that actionable SEO side of things to help improve that performance score. But it's kind of coming down to the law of fives. So you want to make sure that you're using at least 5 tags with high volume scores. You want to use at least 5 keywords in your title. Now, this one I find a little hard to do if you want your title to not just sound like a bunch of random keywords. So I would say if there was anywhere that you were going to kind of not hit that law of fives, the title's probably going to be the one. You want to use at least 5 keywords in your description. And then they also recommend what they call triple keywords, meaning the same keywords in your tags, your title, and your description. The bad news is that growing your channel super quickly is not only uncommon, but it's not necessarily the best approach to YouTube. There may be some channels that just seem to skyrocket to success. And typically that happens when somebody locks into a niche that a lot of people are craving and that just seems to not be available in the current landscape. And I hate to break it to you, but chances are that's not going to be you. It certainly isn't me. Our best approach is to create content that we actually enjoy making and that our viewers like watching. When you do that, your channel will steadily grow, and more importantly, you'll have a blast doing it. If you are a YouTuber and you would like help with your SEO and your keywords, I highly recommend that you go check out vidIQ for yourself. I will post a link in the description for you so that you can go check it out. The free version is fantastic, but if you want that extra, more personalized touch, I recommend that at least for a year or so, you upgrade to that boosted level so that you can get more personalized feedback through this app for yourself. It's so helpful as you're trying to hone in your strategy and understand better what these analytics actually mean and how they translate into your business. The online tools for your business do not need to be complicated and overwhelming. It's time to let it be easy.